Oh, time to go for a run. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another review here on Live That Adventure. I'm Dustin.
And I'm V. And like normal hiker, well, at least us, we find it very rude and very annoying when other people blasting their music on trails. I mean, wouldn't you be, right? Because you want to be there with the peaceful serenity.
Serenity. That's a nice word.
I know. And then you hear this music blasting, and it's not. Well,
I mean, I'm sure you have fantastic taste in music, but not everyone wants to hear it. And on top of it being kind of intrusive, it also disturbs the wildlife.
Yeah, especially bear. You don't want to disrupt the bear. There's no bear here, but...
Okay.
So what about wearing a headphone?
Well, the only issue with headphones, traditionally, either the, over-ear or the earbuds, is they give you a lack of situational awareness, and this leaves you vulnerable to mountain bikes on mixed-use trails and also those bears that we mentioned.
And the bears.
The bears, yeah.
Or mountain lions.
Or mountain lions, I guess, yeah.
I think we have more.
Are there mountain lions out here?
We have more mountain lions here than bears, I believe.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we get approached by this company called Sunto about that headphone. And these headphones kind of go not in your ear, just, right around the corner. So their claim is that not only you have wonderful sound, you also have very good situational awareness.
And even though they did provide us these headphones, we are under no obligation to sugarcoat anything, so we're going to tell you what is great about them and what possibly is not that great.
So let's get this review started.
You ready to beam up?
Yep.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Well, now that we're back, let's go over the pros and the cons of this unique headphone, the Suunto Wing.
So this is not your standard headphone, it's actually a bone conduction.
That means that it transmits the sound through the bone of the skull into the inner ear, and it looks pretty cool while doing it. And I must say, if you don't have a lot going on up here, it resonates around and it sounds even better.
That's why Dawson loves his headphone. He can hear it very well. So the first thing I've noticed about this headphone is how packable it is. And I love things that are packable because we travel, most of the time we do our carry-on. So I love things that, just roll up and tuck in there.
I love you because you're packable.
I know, right? Or she's not.
Cobra's not too packable.
She's not too packable, but yeah. Oh my God. Okay, don't turn the other way. Nope.
Be a lady. Be a lady.
Okay, there.
There you go.
Never mind.
Okay.
Anyways, we always been traveling with our Sony noise canceling headphone, which is this one, and I love them. But they are so bulky. Look at this little case. I mean, it's compared to that, like it's so bulky.
Yeah. Most of the time, we just hang this case off of our backpacks. And the problem with that is that they could either fall off or you never know. Unfortunately, there's a lot of pickpocketing that goes on. And this would be probably a pretty easy target. If you fly like we do with just our carry-ons, this takes up a whole lot of space. Whereas the Suntos can just be tucked directly into our backpack.
Or just, hang on your ear. It's so easy.
Yeah, you can even put them around the neck when you're not listening to them.
Yeah, you don't even notice them.
Yeah.
It is compact, but the biggest question is how good is the sound quality?
Neither of us have ever had bone conduction headphones before, and so we didn't really have any idea of what it would sound like. In fact, I was like, is it going to sound like some weird mystical creature? I must say the sound quality is quite good. I mean, if you are extremely picky about your audio, like you have some Bose flagship headphones, it might not quite match up, but it's still really pretty good.
Yeah, it is surprisingly good. The only thing is it's a little lacking on the bass department. Like, you don't really hear that bass too much, but I think that's for a purpose. because this headphone is meant to be for situational awareness. So when you're running, when you're going out for adventure, so with the loud bass, you would lose that situational awareness. So I think that's for a reason.
Yeah. Speaking of situational awareness, these guys get pretty loud, I must say. If I'm listening to them at full volume and V comes into the room, I actually have to pause the music just so I can carry on a conversation with her. I was really impressed with the volume level that you can get out of these.
Although I don't know if you want to listen it to at full volumes, especially when you're going out running. So that's the only thing that would ruin the situational awareness. How many times am I saying situational awareness?
Well, you just said it again.
I know, right? So yeah, if you go out for adventure or when these are on adventures or for, we use this on hikes, on runs and stuff like that. So you might not want to listen it to at full volume just so you can be aware of cars and, cats.
Bears.
So.
One of the big things I was curious about is the noise canceling properties, because obviously when these are on, they aren't covering your ears. And I was kind of worried, we brought them on the plane on our last trip and I was like, I might have to hear those screaming babies on that plane. But they actually come with just your kind of standard foam earplugs. And that is the weirdest thing I think about these, because I'm like, okay, I'm going to put earplugs in to try to listen to music, but it's not going into your ear hole. Is ear hole?
Yeah, it's bone conduction. So it's actually going through like that bone right here, which is still kind of amazing to me that it works. I have no idea. I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything like that, so I have no idea how that would work. But yeah, so it's going through the bones in your right here, so you don't need your ear to listen, which is still so strange.
Yeah, you put the earplugs in, and it actually does have some noise canceling properties. I will say, I think that the Sonys do just a little bit better of the noise canceling, but these, I mean, for the small form factor and everything, fantastic. Yep. One of the places where these headphones really shine is in the latency department. These guys have extremely low latency. Be a lady, be a lady. A lot of times I wear these while I'm editing videos, and my Sony headphones have really high latency. So when I'm pausing and starting a video, it seems like there's like maybe half a second to where I actually hear the audio, and that is a deal breaker because I'm trying to time the video to the beat. With these guys, they have such a short amount of latency that I can wear these while editing videos, and they work fantastically.
If he's allowed to.
If I'm allowed to.
This is what happened when we work. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to say hi?
Do you like headphones? Here.
Say hi.
Here. Do you like them?
Oh. Wow.
She likes them.
It looks good on Kat's too. Look at that. She got
very stylish.
Any accessories.
Oh gosh, she's gonna run off with them. If you're on the move and you don't have the opportunity to plug these into power, they do sell an additional little wireless charger that you can set these in, and if you use that charger, you'll get an additional 20 hours of playtime. So between the 10 hours that come on the headphones already and the wireless charger, you'll have 30 hours of music, which is pretty darn cool.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you can listen to music nonstop for 30 hours.
That's a lot of music.
That's a lot of
music. Podcasts, a lot of nature sounds.
And by the way, this one charged really fast. You can get it from 0 to full charge within 1 hour. And then if you only have 10 minutes of charges, it can actually give you 30
No,
3
hours.
Sorry, I said 30. 3 hours. So 10 minutes of charge, giving you 3 hours of music listening. That's pretty fast.
That's really fast.
Yeah.
Since these headphones are made for outdoorsy people, they are pretty tough. They are made from a mix of silicone and titanium alloy, and they boast a waterproof rating of IP67.
This means you can drop these headphones in water up to 1 meter or 3 feet for 30 minutes without doing damage to it. And then you can also wear them out in the temperature between -5 to 140 degrees in Fahrenheit. So that's pretty, I mean, I wouldn't want to be outside in -5 or 140 or above 140 degrees. That's pretty warm.
Yeah, we're not going to be going there, so I guess we won't find out.
You might be, but just remember that -5, 140 degrees Fahrenheit.
For some reason, I have really sensitive ears, and I am bothered by both the over-ear headphones and the in-ear headphones. After maybe an hour or two, I don't know why my ears ache, and I just need to get away from them. But with these guys, I wore them, as we stated, on that trip to and from Toronto for 5 hours each way, and I was super comfortable. These things are pretty amazing in that regard. And the other thing is that they are very light. They only weigh in at 33 grams or 1.16 ounces. So they don't make you feel like you're gonna fall over and just, they aren't putting a lot of strain on your neck.
Not like the Sony. Sony is a little heavier.
They're a little
for sure.
heavier.
Yeah. But besides using these on our flights or, in studio or stuff like that, we mainly use them on our adventure, when we go running, biking, rock climbing, you name it, pretty much all the adventures. And I really like them because they don't give you that sound, when you're running and it's bouncing in your ear and you can hear your steps, so you can hear that bouncing, and it's like, yeah, it's that sound, and it's really annoying because I hate running.
She does.
I mean, I have to, but I hate running, and the last thing I need is that sound reminding me that I'm running. Is it the same for you? I'm not sure, but that's for me. That's like a big deal for me. So these ones, with it, jumping jacks, all the crazy stuff. They stay on pretty good.
Oh,
I think
lightheaded now.
I think the shape of the headphone really keep it on there pretty good, and then you don't really hear that sound because it's not in your ear. You don't really hear that bounding sound. So I like them. Do you?
I do.
Yeah,
They're pretty awesome.
There you go. As nice as these are, how much do they cost?
I've seen them ranging everywhere online from $199 all the way down to $169, which, I mean, that isn't cheap. But in my opinion, the build quality and the sound quality is well worth it.
It's the standard pricing, for a noise canceling headphone, for a nice headphone. So about that range, I think. Maybe toward the higher end, but it's about that range. These headphones only come in 3 colors. They come in all black, which is this one, and then red with black. So mainly the red, what do you call this thing?
Bone conductor?
This thing right here. So black and red, and then they have another option for the black and neon yellow. Mm-hmm. So only 3 choices. So that's one thing that I wish they would make more colors of, especially for female. I mean, for me, for me specifically, not for female, just for me.
Just her.
Just for me.
Just one.
I love cute colors, so that's the only thing that I wish they would make more like feminine colors, more like prettier colors.
What color would you like?
I'm not sure.
Like a teal?
I don't know, something pretty. But we actually talked to the Sunto company, and they said that that would be on their agenda. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to more prettier colors.
Yeah, one thing I must say. Heads up to the folks over at Sunto. We gave them a list of our suggestions, and they seemed extremely receptive. They said that they passed it along to the
designers,
to the designers and everything. And so, who knows? Maybe next year there'll be 30 colors. Who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Another category where these Suntos are absolute beasts is when it comes to Bluetooth connection. We did a small test where we compared the Sunto to the Sony. I walked down the street. The Sunto's got all the way out to 353 feet away from my phone, and that was 97 feet further than the Sony's could go.
Yeah, that's really impressive. But not just because he went outside and he walked in the straight lines, and that's how we tested distance. But it's actually also worked really good in our house too. We have a lot of walls in the rooms, and the Suntos last a lot further out than the Sony. We lost connections within, like, when we get to the living room for the Sony. And for the Sunto, I can go all the way to my bedrooms, which is a lot further. In addition to listening to music, these headphones also allow us to answer calls, and the quality is really impressively very good. So it's pretty amazing for
Yeah.
the little ones like this. It's doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's convenient because, you can be jamming out 1 minute and then, jump straight into your phone call the next and pretty seamlessly.
All while petting your cat.
Yeah, you need to have lots of free hands for the cats. They're very needy. The controls on the headphones are quite simple. On the right side, you have the power button and the up and down volume buttons. On the left side, you have a multi-function button that you can use to answer or hang up calls, play and pause music, and skip tracks forward and backward. Although it is a short learning curve, it can still take me a second to memorize where that multi-function button is because it's located on the front of the bone conduction thing, whatever you call that, while the other buttons are on the side.
Now, if you want to get fancy, you can also control the headphones with head movement. I know, right? Amazing. This is nice when you don't have a free hand, like when I'm petting my cats or when we go climbing, go for a hike, scrambling when I need my hands. So by shaking your head twice, it skips to the next songs or reject a call. If you're nodding twice, it's answering the phone call. So when someone calling you, and if you want to pick up their phone, you nod twice. And if you don't really want to pick up their phone, just shake your head twice.
Yeah, it's pretty much you just make whatever head movement you would make when you're thinking of that person. Nope, don't want to talk to them. Nope, nope, nope.
Twice, though. Make sure you do it twice. Hey, what's up? What are you doing?
Oh, just hanging out, nothing big.
What are you hanging at?
Hangar 18, of course.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Yeah.
okay, well, have fun hanging. I'll see you later.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, bye. So besides the situational awareness, the Suntos also have these blinking light options. They are pretty cool as a safety feature to increase night visibility. So if you want to go running at night, somehow stuck out in the wilderness and you want to look cool ready for a rave, whatever you want to do, there are 3 options: a constant light, a flashing light, and an SOS pattern. To cycle through these light patterns, you can just use either the app or a long press on the volume down button.
These lights are really cool, but they're not extremely bright, and you can only see them when you're looking at someone from the side. If you're running in the dark, you might want to bring a little bit more light just so you can be seen by cars, but heck, the more lights the better, so I appreciate that this is on these headphones.
Now that we went over all the cool features of the Suunto Wings, there are a few things that we wish that they would be improved upon. One of that, which I mentioned earlier, it would be colors. So it's not a big deal, but if they can have more colors, I will be so happy.
Yeah, and the other thing is that it comes with this neat little felt drawstring bag. It's great for holding them and all, but it doesn't do a lot of protection. It'd be so cool if they could come up with a much smaller version of like this case that they have for the Sonys, just to protect them while you're traveling or while you're not using them, while they're bouncing around in your bag and whatever. I'd hate to see these get broken. So this is another thing that we mentioned to the designers, and they are taking our suggestions into consideration.
These little things, they're pretty sturdy. So, you won't really have any problem with it being broken. But I would like to protect my gear a little bit more, to keep it nice and tight, so a little bit easier. So that will be nice with a hard case. Another thing that I would like to see them improve on is the way how it hangs. Like it looked like it's one size fit all, so it fits all the heads, including the tiny one like mine, and it doesn't fit very well. Like I have a very small head, so I have problems with finding headphones and hats that would fit like perfectly. And these things, they fit, but they have that when you put it on, like it's kind of hang in the back, like little back hang like this, and it's not that cute. And even for Dustin, like it still have. I wish they are adjustable. Like it still hang a little bit, and it's not as bad for him, but for me, it's really wide, and it doesn't really affect, the functionality, but it's not as comfortable or as pretty, as cute as I want it to look. And I wish it's adjustable. That way I feel the comfort of it like fitting my head. So that's one thing that I think that was a big deal for me, is the adjustability of it.
Yeah, a little bit of a, like, I don't know, maybe if they could have it push or pull. I'm not a designer or rocket scientist, so I have no idea if that's even possible with this current setup, but yeah, a little bit of adjustment would be pretty awesome. Another interesting thing about the design is that the charging cable is magnetic. It just kind of pops on right here. And at the moment, the magnet holds on nice and strong, but I don't know if at some point it's going to get weaker and that could become an issue. If the magnet gets weak or you lose the cable, it is $29.99 to replace that cable. Something I would really love to see in a future version, if it is possible. I don't know how, I'm no rocket scientist, but
Sure?
I play one on TV. I would love to see the magnetic charger be swapped out for a USB-C port, because who doesn't have 10,000 USB-C cables at home? And that would be awesome, and you wouldn't have to worry about it demagnetizing or anything like that.
And it doesn't stay with the magnet, it doesn't stay on very good. You have to have it at the right angle. If it's just kind of twist a certain way, it won't charge. So although it is nice, I feel like an actual plug-in would be a little bit better. And then that way that you can, right now at the moment, you can really listening to the headphone while it's charging. And I think it's the same for my Sony headphone too. I cannot listen to music while it's charging. So it's normal, but it is nice if eventually that could be happen where you can listen to music while it's charging. But for the fact that they charge so fast, it charge within an hour or like 10 minutes for 3 hours of music, it's not so much a big deal for me. I don't think it's not like...
Yeah, I guess I can wait 10 minutes for 3 hours worth of music.
Yeah, I'd rather if they can fix the adjustability of the headphones so it fit the head better. That would be like my first thing that I want them to change.
That would be huge. I really think that would be if these things had a little bit of adjustability for sizing, these would be probably
amazing. Yeah,
incredible.
For sure. So Dustin, you have these for a few months now. What do you think?
I honestly like them a lot. It's really cool that you can be out in nature, be immersed in your own little world, having your music, and also having the awareness of what's going on around you. I think that's a really nice feature that you don't get from either the annoying Bluetooth speaker or the, complete...
Cover noise canceling?
Yeah, the complete noise canceling of over-ear or in-ear headphones. I think the negatives are far outweighed by the positives, and I'm really looking forward to taking these on future adventures.
Yeah, they're really nice, and I do like all the lights features. When you're running stuff, you feel so bougie with the lights.
She's fancy.
And yeah, I really like them. They're the sound qualities and the connectivities. I just leave my phone sometimes and walk away, and I can walk pretty far with still being able to hear music. So I think that I love how clear the sound is and the connectivity of it. So that's pretty cool. So if you want to pick one of these bad boy up, we'll have the link in the descriptions below. So Christmas coming up.
This will be a heck of a Christmas gift.
If they come out with another pretty color, I would like another one. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments below, or if you want if you have one of these and if you have any feedback, I'm sure the company would love to hear from you. So you can always just leave the comment below, and we can always pass on your suggestions to the company. Yeah, anything else? If you comment below, okay?
Comment below.
Yes.
All right, well, that is going to do it for this review. Until the next video, have a good one. Have some good situational awareness, and we'll see you real soon.
Adventure on.
Yes.
Bye.
See you later.